probably one of the better people to ask this. The Rats of Tobruk used to say, she'll be right. But they don't mean it the way we mean it today. They meant, she'll be right, let's get on with the job.
Yeah. And
is that right?
Well, I think anyone whose fathers were in the front line, they spoke very little about what they did or what they had to do and how they did it. And I know my father was one of 8, the first 8 to go into Tobruk, just by chance, lucky fellow. And they had to go at night. I think it was about 800 or 900 kilometres or miles from Cairo and go through the German lines to get into Tobruk in the first instance. And that was in 41 or 2. Now, they got there and they were nearly all bushies. And they were used to having the car break down out in the flat in the middle of nowhere, and they could fix it. Well, they had to fix it up in a rocky old bit of crappy country in Egypt. So I think the background of the individual that you're talking about from the 30s, 40s was so high versus what we now have, which is a softer, sookier structure. Now, I was lucky enough to be brought up on a bad piece of country and had a lot of droughts. I'd like to just bring that into climate change too, if I may.
Sure.
Bad country, climate change.
Yeah.
Every 70 years we appear to have major sunspot activity. And so if you want to look at it, 1880, 1950, 2020. And then you have a period of 7 to 8 years of fairly intense rain, but not in any one location. It's patchy where it hits. It's intense because you've had Sydney having rain you had the whole of the Western Queensland go underwater from about Mount Isa south and west of the Warrego River. I can go back to the 50s. Same thing happened. But our farmhouse didn't go underwater, but it was flooded in 52, and then Cunnamulla was flooded in 56, and all this history is there. So when we talk about climate change, it's absolute rubbish. It's weather, and it changes, and it comes back from. And if our Bureau of Meteorology people would have a look.
If I can just take 20 seconds of your time, I apologise for interrupting this clip. If you'd like to support Turning Point Australia and what we're doing to help keep the lights on and keep the work going moving forward, please check out our website at tpaust.com.au. We've got a range of merchandise, whether it's the Make Australia Great Again hat, whether it's the other shirts that we have, or the educational maps that we have. Please go and support. If you don't want to buy any merch, that's fine. You can also support us by buying us a coffee and becoming a regular subscriber for as little as $4 a month. I'll let you guys get back to it. Thank you so much.
At the people like Clement Ragg, I can't think of the other couple of fellows, Lennox Walker followed them on. But what they did was sunspot activity and then made an observation of it, and then they could do a forecast for a period of time. And then you will find, I'm on record as saying we'll have a drought in Queensland in about 2032, which is about the time frame from the 2020.
Right.
You can write. Well, you can see weather situations happening. I have a gentleman I know who builds craft for the Pacific Islands, and he goes to every island, and the sea level hasn't moved a millimetre in 35 years. Yep. It's bullshit.
It's amazing.
No, that's rubbish.
Yeah. That they can get away with this bluff in this game of poker.
Well, I think it's due to the, again we come back to people's trust. They shouldn't give any form of government or senior bureaucrat, and I'll chuck in a lot of the leaders of industry now, don't give them the trust, because somewhere in there's someone trying to steal your dough, and it's not good. Now, I don't want a cent from anyone, and I put that back, and Graham and I should be upfront. We're not asking anyone other than ourselves to foot the bill for the effort to put a bit of stiffening into the LNP, because we don't want to get rid of them. We just want to make them a decent alternative structure, and not yes, me too. Because yes, me too isn't the fix.
Yep.
So you're asking me questions about industry and carrying on and looking after the people. That's one side of it. But at some point in time, it will snap and break if we've got everyone doing the wrong thing. Not ourselves, but the operators of the politics of this country.
Thank you so much for watching the show. I hope you enjoyed this particular clip. If you want to support this show and keep the lights on and support everything we're doing at Turning Point Australia, please head to tpaust.com.au, where we've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got maps. And if you don't want to buy any merch, that's perfectly fine. If you want to just buy maybe a cup of coffee a month, for as little as $4 a month, you can help us get a small long black to actually support the show and actually keep things going. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later.